Super Mario World. Originally a launch title for the Super Nintendo back in 1990, it is still available today if you're paying $20 a year for the Nintendo Switch Online service, and will likely be available in one form or another on every piece of Nintendo hardware going forward. This was Mario's first foray into the 16-bit realm, and it did a great job of showing off the potential of the new hardware, and showing off things that couldn't have been done back on 8-bit platforms. This had many firsts for the Mario series in it. For the first time, you could save your progress and come back later, so it didn't need to be a one-shot experience. Levels could have multiple exits leading to multiple paths. You could ride a dinosaur and abandon him to make jumps, or punch him in the back of the head to eat enemies. Apparently, Mario didn't have a deep emotional connection to Yoshi. You could also have one power-up and keep a spare power-up in the wings waiting. You could have two of the same to have a backup, or you could have two different power-ups and change them out depending on the situation. You also had a lot more options in a lot of ways than in previous Mario games. In fact, if you went hunting for secrets early on, you could skip almost the entire game. If you went to the Star Road and found the right exits for the levels anyway. Or, instead of finishing the game, you could use the Star Road to find a secret collection of extra challenging levels. And finishing those changed up a lot of things in the world, at least graphically speaking. Or you could go through every level properly. But even then, a lot of them could be almost completely skipped, because your flight item, a cape instead of a raccoon tail this time, allows you to keep in the air even after you run out of flight time by doing a weird up and down motion with the D-pad that I'm not super good at doing. And Yoshi's came in several different colors, and each color did different things. Along with Yoshi's holding on to shells from Koopas, also doing different things based on the color of the shells. All of this meaning that you have a lot more options in terms of your gameplay than any Mario game that came before this. But does any of that make this game worth playing today? Well, obviously, yes. That's why it continues to be available on modern Nintendo platforms, because people still have interest. And there is still money to be milked out of this game, even 30 years after release. So yes, absolutely give this a go if you're paying for the Switch Online service. Despite being a launch title for the Super Nintendo, it remained one of the best games on the Super Nintendo all the way through that system's life. And it is debatably the best of the 2D Mario games. But that's a debate, and I don't feel like getting into that right now. Please do like, comment, subscribe, and tell your friends.